views and opinions expressed in the following program are those of the program host and do not necessarily reflect or represent the views and opinions held by TCNTV Network Incorporated. Due to the social nature of this broadcasting channel, videos may contain content copyrighted by another entity or person. The TCNTV Network claims no rights to the said content. TCNTV Network cannot be held accountable for the copyrighted content. TCNTV Network is a messenger and sharer of information and strives to verify but cannot warrant the accuracy of copyrights or completeness of the information on this program.
Greetings upon greetings.
Hi everybody.
Don't worry, we'll fix this. You fix that.
Okay, I'll push this over here. Because I don't need that anymore.
Oh, don't you?
And I can't see this because I don't have my spectacles on. Welcome everybody to Here to Help You on MyTCNTV Network.
Yes, yes.
You know what, Dave?
What's going on?
This is the first week in a month that I feel like myself again.
Congratulations.
Cheers to that.
Yes, very much so.
First week in a month that I am back to normal. I'm eating again. I want to thank all the well-wishers. I posted something up on Facebook with me and my little maga belly because I haven't eaten anything. I can eat again. I can drink again. It's a wonderful time.
I'll leave that to you and your well-wishers.
So today, you know what we're doing for you is we are providing you with kind of a list of some of the events happening in African Liberation Month, Black History Month, whatever you want to call it.
Yeah, you know, I think...
What's on your face?
Really? That's what's going on right now?
Take it off your face. It's this white thing. Okay. There you go.
Thanks, Bob.
I have to make sure you look okay, guy. Can't come embarrass me on television.
Right. So as I was attempting to say, which I will do now, is that we do things a little bit differently this time around. As opposed to just listing events that happen within the city, I thought we'd go ahead and list the events that take place right across the nation.
I think it's a good idea.
Right. So that way, of course, you know, for all our fans or viewers who simply are looking at either maybe traveling throughout the month, right, or simply are resident to wherever the event will be listed, that means y'all know what's going on.
Sounds good. Let's hit it up with one.
All right. So before we actually begin the actual events, I wanted to give reverence to two people.
Okay.
First, Carter G. Woodson. If you can go ahead and put a picture up there, I believe it should be. There we go. Yes.
Okay.
Carter G. Woodson. Now, February 7th, 1926 is when the first day that Negro History Week was established.
Yes.
Right, and of course, eventually went ahead and transitioned to Negro History Month.
Yes.
Right, so we definitely have to give reverence and credence to, of course, to this founding father. Right. Second, can we put a picture of Auntie Jean, please?
Oh yeah.
The Honorable Dr. I know I'm going to forget some other titles as well, but Jean Augustine. I think we have a picture of her.
Yeah, we do.
We do. It's somewhere.
I saw it.
No, I'm sure she'll get it somewhere, right? Yeah, it should be the other zero.
Lena.
No, it's all good. Don't worry. So, anyways, so Ontario Black History Society, they're the ones credited with actually getting Black History Month being noticed or notoriety provincial-wise. However, though, it was through their efforts, and they actually petitioned Jean Augustine to actually go ahead and move the motion forward, and that's how we have it now federally. The thing is this, they didn't actually recognize it till actually the mid-1990s.
Really?
Yeah. So as a whole, Canada as a nation is very young in celebrating
the Black History Month,
Yes.
the African Liberation Month.
There you go.
Interesting.
right. So I mean, it's there you go, the Auntie Jean.
Took you long enough, Selena.
Such as at least you could put a picture up of me as a.
I know, or like someone else. Yes, but everyone's very familiar. If you're from Canada, you're very familiar with Dr. Jean Augustine.
Yeah,
so.
man. Right. So I mean, that's the thing. You know what I'm saying? So that's where we're going with this.
All right, let's do this.
Cool. So in the city of Toronto, the actual library, public library, has.
Keep talking. I can hear it. So go ahead.
Really?
Yeah.
This is going on?
Perfect.
Are you sure?
I'm adjusting. I'm your co-host today, Dave.
All right. So Toronto Public Library, they have a bunch of events listed on their website, which they've sponsored. I want to go ahead and give credence to a few of them. First, Douglas Gary Freeman. He's wrote a book called The Exile Blues. Now he presents, of course, this novel, which is inspired by true events about a black man who's been growing up in the U.S. during the Civil Rights era. Right, so I mean, it's going to be interesting in regards to like hearing the stories, what, of course, how fact and fiction definitely come into play, right? How much of it, of course, is nonfiction, but definitely in regards to like see those stories woven into, of course, culture.
Okay.
Right? That's taking place at the Toronto Reference Library on Tuesday the 6th. For those who haven't seen the movie yet, Dear White People. Right, I know most of us have probably seen the Netflix series, but for those who haven't actually seen the actual movie yet, the Lillian H. Smith Library downtown, Friday the 7th, they're actually going to show an actual screening of this movie as well.
Now, do you know how this differs from the show, Dave?
No, actually, the first season,
Okay.
right, from Netflix,
Yeah.
that's what the movie is.
Oh, so it's just the first season.
Right.
Okay, so if people have already seen it, why would they want to go watch the movie?
Hey, listen, you know, like, really? You want to ask the question?
I'm just stating
You just stated what?
that, okay, but you know what? There might be people who have not watched the Netflix series who can just go home and watch it tonight on Netflix, so they don't have to go see the movie.
I see. Anyways.
Okay,
I'm
go watch the movie.
going to continue my list here because
Okay.
you already throwing out stuff that is not inclusive.
Sorry.
Right? Where's the actually camaraderie if you're staying home?
You're right. In your house, you can invite your brethren over to watch Netflix and chill.
Stop it. Anyways, next, Black African Canadian Legacy, our brethren.
You know what? No.
Our brethren.
No.
Stop it.
No.
I'm going to continue. You can't do anything because we only got a couple minutes left. You can curse him later, okay? So, Robert Smalls, for those who don't know, he has created the Legacy poster, which is an awesome idea. Right, and it's been going on what? How long has it been going on?
26 years.
There you go.
There's actually an article about the Legacy poster
Yes.
in the Toronto Caribbean newspaper,
That's right.
this edition that just came out today. And he was also at another event where he speaks out again. So this man's always speaking. But I have an issue with Mr. Small.
We'll take it up later. Next, actually, before I continue, that is Wednesday the 12th, he's in the Ritual Library. All right, next, Bob Marley and the Toronto reggae scene. You have to big up Elder Julian King.
King Elder.
Yes, Elder Julian, or Julian, or whatever you want to mean.
Julian.
There you go, that too, right? Anyways, there's going to be a flash mob down by the Toronto, Nikki Phillips Square, that is, right, celebrating Bob Marley's birthday. Yeah. Also, besides that, Thursday the 13th inside Northern District, room 200, they're going to have a discussion. Also, he's going to go ahead and put up some pictures regarding the reggae scene within Toronto as well. Right, so definitely will be something of credence, right? Especially for those of us who are fans of reggae. We want to learn a little bit more in regards to the history here in Toronto. And more importantly, you know what? We're just fans of Bob Marley.
Yay.
Next.
Wait, we don't have time for that.
Actually, I'm going to throw in one more because I know you want to curse off Robert, but I don't want to do that right now. So let's picture Caroline or Change. Yes, my Idrin, my sister, and I used to play basketball with Miss Julie Black. Actually, she stars. Actually, she's headlining as a star in this play. We're looking at. It's been running since January the 30th, straight to February 15th, and it is taking place at the Winter Garden Theater. Right, so the backdrop is based off on the assassination of Kennedy.
Okay.
Right, and the civil rights movement. So it's really interesting when you see because of how everything gets tied together, and more importantly, go support our girl.
Yeah,
Black.
definitely. more than anything else, do that.
Right.
We have 13 seconds I can curse.
No, you know what? I'm going to wait you out.
Guys, we'll see you soon on Here to Help You.
At Benjamin Law, we understand the real cost of personal injuries. As the victim of an accident, you may be the one who's physically hurt, but your main concern is that your family are the ones who will pay the price. Benjamin Law will be there for you, helping, supporting, and working tirelessly to resolve your personal injury case. Call 1-855-899-4878 or visit benjaminlaw.ca and let our family of lawyers help your family.
My name is Trish Curling, and I am an online coach, personal trainer, and yoga teacher, and your new host of Shaping Life, which is all about understanding that we have the ability and the control to take charge of our health and wellness. But we can't do it alone, and I can't wait to sit down with the best in the industry. Please tune in every Friday at 1 p.m. live here on the TCN Network.
You're black.
That was so corny.
It was very much, right? I know.
Black.
53.
I liked it though.
No, you didn't.
Listen, I don't like the fact that you didn't let me say what I need to say, but you know what? It's okay.
Why? You're just going to call him directly anyway.
I am going to call him directly and
See?
speak to Mr. Roberts.
There you go. So you don't have to put anything out there publicly. Listen, I'll call you, Robert.
You're going to get a call from me. All right.
Next.
Let's do this.
So in the first segment, if you're just joining us, the first segment, we ran through a number of events which are taking place within Toronto. Right. I know I can't get through all of them by means. If you have events which we have not listed and you feel that they are prominent, please.
Throw them in the comments.
Yes.
We want to see them and let everyone else see them. Throw them up in the comments. Now, anyone who's having an event, YouTube, go to YouTube. Go under this video, put your event in the comment section so that everybody can see it. It doesn't matter what part of Canada you're from. Put it up there. This is free publicity. Look at that.
Nice. In the city of Guelph, the Guelph Black Heritage Group, they have a number of events listed on their website as well. Beginning with Saturday, February the 8th, the International African Inventors Museum. Can I continue, please?
I was just asking.
You don't need to ask me that right now, okay? Thank you. All right, because come on, we breaking my flow.
Sorry.
All right, so the International African Inventors Museum, and then if anybody has yet to actually taken the museum, it is wonderful. It does get a chance to go there and list our brothers and sisters, our foreparents, our brothers.
Have you gone?
I have taken it in once, right? And it's remarkable in regards to the information that's out there regarding what we've contributed. Right, and I know it can't, but by means, like what we've went ahead and assisted.
What we've assisted.
Right, in the development, of course, is technology and society, right?
There we go.
Thank you.
No con.
There you go. Right, so that once again, that's taking place in the city of Guelph. That is Saturday, the 8th of February at the Heritage Hall. Next, February 10th. Another art exhibition at the Boarding House Gallery, also in the city of Guelph. This one is called In Remembrance of Me. Basically, you're looking at a mixed media art installation by University of Guelph students, which they are documenting the history of the Guelph Black Heritage Society.
Ooh.
Yeah, that's gonna be interesting as well. I mean,
Selena, take notes. There's a lot of things we can go do this month. Tons of things that we can cover. The easiest month for the paper.
There you go, right?
We don't got to look for nothing. There's just so much going on.
Yeah, for sure. It's beautiful to actually see a lot of these events take place throughout the month. I'd love to see more of these events actually be spread out throughout the whole year, as opposed to concentrated in just 1 month.
I actually say that.
But it's a start.
Yeah.
It's a start.
It's a start.
Right?
But it'd be great because people, and we say that like it's. Should we be putting everything? It's like there's so much emphasis just put on February, and it's like, why can't we stretch out some of these things to make it more of a yearly?
Yeah, I get you.
A yearly celebration of Black history, because there's so much that we've contributed. Like, there's no way, and people try to cram it all in this 1 month, and then for the other 11 months, it's like,
right? So.
And listen, we have built Canada. Just
Yeah.
like a lot of Americans have, Black Americans, African in America have built that country.
Yeah.
We need to be acknowledged.
For sure, for sure. So, speaking of the University of Guelph, they have a Rise spoken word poetry nooner is what they call it, which is taking place actually tomorrow, the 5th, inside the UC courtyard. Rise, it stands for reaching intelligent souls everywhere,
I like that.
right? Featuring Faduma Mohammed, Tamaj Hassan, and Tamir Holder, and Renee the Voice. By means, if you guys know who these people are,
Leah, you know any of these people? See, I knew she would.
right?
I knew she would.
There you go, right? So by means, Rise, big up to yourselves, and you guys, what you guys are doing over there. You guys have been doing wonderful things for a number of years now.
They're from the East End, aren't they?
Yes, yes, right. There we go. Next, Barrington Walker, author, professor, and Dr. Barrington Walker. His speech is going to be on the role of the church in shaping modern Black Canada. Right, this is gonna be interesting. Considering that Mr. Walker, he does excellent research, right? So it's gonna be interesting, guys. So like, what sources he's grabbing his research from, how he's gonna go ahead and, of course, put everything together, right? Because when we look at it in regards to like how the church has shaped things or how they may have been absent in certain instances, right? Which has been a gripe between a number of our communities, right? It's going to be wonderful to see, of course, this acclaimed author in regards to how he goes ahead and puts everything together, right? That's taking place at the University of Guelph inside the library room.
Guelph is doing a lot.
Yeah, they
Wow.
definitely got a few things happening over there, right?
Very cool.
Yeah.
Okay.
We're gonna jump over to Ottawa. In fact,
Why? We have time.
yeah, I know we're gonna jump to Ottawa.
Okay. Ottawa, here we come.
Right, picture number 13 should be the gift of jazz.
Ooh.
Yes, right. Basically, they're detailing everything straight from Africa to New Orleans, of course, to the true north, right? It's a musical celebration. I don't know who the artists are on this bill. However, though, it's going to be something that should be really phenomenal for those of us who are really into the arts, who love jazz. And more importantly, don't really get a chance to go ahead and see stuff like this, especially in a city like Ottawa. So by means, go ahead and celebrate and take this in.
The gift of jazz.
Yeah, for sure. For
What
sure.
is jazz a combination of again?
Well, I mean, it's
Blues and something else, right?
when you look at it, it's really formless,
Okay.
right? Because I mean, yes, it is. You can probably look at blues. You can probably look at maybe a little bit of bluegrass in there as well. Drumming as well, right? I mean, it's such a formless art,
I love jazz.
right? Because
My radio's always on jazz.
right? I mean, because you look at the musical expression, right? And I mean, because anybody can either go up and down the scales or cases, whether they play the piano, trumpet, so on and so forth, right? But it's really, there's no structure.
And it's music, which is very rooted in our history.
Yes, very much so. Very much so.
Okay.
Right. Next, oh yes, Black History Ottawa. Picture number 14 for me. Yes, so the Black History Month exhibit, which is taking place from the 2nd to the 4th. I believe today's the 4th, yes?
Yes, so today's
Right.
the last day.
Today's the last day. So, just check this out. So they have the Mobile Museum of Black Hockey History,
Okay.
right? The Ontario Black History Society, International African Inventors Museum is going to be there, and as well as on Ottawa Black Business Alliance.
Okay.
Right, so definitely something of valid. It's very interesting, and regards to especially the Hockey Mobile Museum. Right, for those who haven't seen, of course, what's the name of the movie again?
Black Ice.
There you go. Right, in regards to how that detail history. Right,
If you go to the Hockey Hall of Fame, you won't see none of that. Let me be the first to tell you.
well, that's why there's a mobile
A
museum.
mobile one?
Yes, right. So that way, of course, it's all about now the awareness going into places that would not have known.
About the
Yes.
fact that. So give us a little bit. I know we don't have too much time, but give people a little bit of why this this mobile exhibit is so important, especially when it comes to hockey.
Yeah, because people don't understand in regards to like the sport, even though this has been Eurocentric and Euro dominated, but they
Yes.
don't understand in regards to like where its roots are coming from,
I know where it's from.
right? I mean, you look at Nova Scotia,
Yes.
right? for those of us who don't know, by means, like, go ahead and look at, those hockey leagues, the Negro hockey leagues from back then.
That started it all here in Canada. It was them. It was there that it started, was it not?
Yes, you look at some of the rules which take place now in modern hockey, like icing, right? Which simply is a dumping the puck from one end of the rink to the other end of the rink, right? Mind you, the old hockey, it was rough, but by means, just that rule alone, right? Which modern hockey is now taken, but yet not alone, of course, giving credence to because where they're taking it from, right? Also, you got to look in regards to like those pioneers who actually broke through to the modern NHL right now, from Willie O'Ree to Grant Fuhr to Tony McKegney, so on and so forth. So by means, it's interesting in regards to, of course, like where our people are coming from.
I think we should do a show on it, Dave. You know why I like this month? Because I don't have to do anything. This is the one month where every show will be planned by Dave, because he is I'll give him this. He is the black. You want to know anything about African history? This is the man to come to. So I think we should definitely do a show on on hockey. I think it's something that's important, because I don't think people understand that is our sport. It really is ours. We developed that one. That's us. They have they have basketball, which we dominated too.
Well, maybe we can reach out to homie who did the movie. Maybe you can get him to come in sometime as well, or get him get him on the phone. By means,
I think it's just important it's a really important part of history that people have no idea about.
Yeah, and by means, parents who have their children who love the sport of hockey, don't discourage them. It may be an expensive sport, but please do not discourage them from playing. Yeah, but by means, shoot, if they want to go out and play road hockey, by means, go ahead. Let them go ahead and play road hockey, right? Teach them about Anson Carter. My favorite player was Grant Fuhr growing up, right? As a goalie, as a goaltender. But, I really love Gretzky. Yeah, great. But guess what? If the goaltender is the backstop, he's the backbone, right? And Grant Fuhr was one of the best.
And he was black.
Right? So by means, that's what it comes down to, right? It's all about knowing, right, who are these stars? Who are these people? Who are these lesser known people at that point in time? We have to do a show.
Absolutely.
Right?
When we come back, where are we hitting up? Where are we jumping to next?
Actually, we may stay a little bit in Ottawa. We definitely want to go to Montreal. West Coast, we're going to see you as well. And the East Coast, we're going to finish everything off with you guys as well.
Yay. We'll see you guys soon on Here to Help You.
My name is Trish Curling, and I am an online coach, personal trainer, and yoga teacher, and your new host of Shaping Life, which is all about understanding that we have the ability and the control to take charge of our health and wellness. But we can't do it alone, and I can't wait to sit down with the best in the industry. Please tune in every Friday at 1 p.m. live here on the TCN Network.
I'm the foolish one. We all know this. You're the steady, dedicated, purposeful. This is why you have a show with one of the highest ratings on this network, because of that. Me, I'm stupid, and I'm okay with that. Black History Month. Welcome, Black. Did all that. All right. So we're still in Ottawa. So if you guys are just joining us now, Dave has done some research for you. He's taken the research part out of it for you, and he has dug up all of the events that are happening across our great country.
Not
province.
All, just some, not all of them. We can't definitely fit all of them in our segments.
I know we could, but we have some of the really, really important places that are having some things. And
yeah.
we wish we could have added some more.
Yeah.
But we're giving everyone an opportunity. If you are watching this right now, we're going to share the show out after it goes live, and we're going to ask everybody to chip in by listen, free publicity for you today. Get your events up in the comment sections underneath this video. If you are having an event, I don't care how big or small it is, put it in the comments so that everybody can see what's happening, where we can go, because we're going to miss some things.
Yeah.
But we still want it to be added to this so that everyone is getting recognition. This is a huge month for us. So
There you go. Right.
let's do this.
All right. So staying in Ottawa on Thursday the 13th, we have Tunisian journalist Huda, and I'm going to mess up your name, and I definitely apologize. Mzoudeh.
Not bad.
Excuse
Not
me.
bad.
It's actually spelled Mzioudet. That's her right at the end.
In the corner, I figured because the other two are men. Just saying.
There you go, right? I know they labeled the event as Black Tunisian. However, though, of course, she's African. Right?
Yeah.
We understand, of course, the influence through the Arab, the Arab influence, which has pretty much permeated the country. However, though, by means, she's still an African. Right? They invited her over by means to go ahead and now and pretty much to detail her life growing up in Tunisia, right? As someone who is darker skinned. Right. Also, of course, looking at the Libya crisis in regards to the refugee crisis crossing over because, they are neighbors.
Yeah.
Right. And as well as she's spent some time in Quebec. So we're looking at, of course, some of her research, her journalism, of course, in the province of Quebec.
Got it.
Right.
I appreciate it.
No worries. For those who want to laugh, by means,
So this is something I can go to.
yes, the Underground Comedy Railroad Afrofuturism
Oh, this looks
tour.
cool.
Yes, yeah, I like the poster. The poster is
This
really,
looks
really dope. Yeah, for sure. They got 2 dates, in fact. Sunday the 16th, they're in Montreal, the Comedy Nest. Monday, they're at Absolute Comedy in Ottawa as well. By means, 7 years in a row, right? And they're kicking it off once again, right? I personally don't know any of the comics. However, I will go through some names. I definitely want to go and look them up at some point in time.
I'll send this video to them. They can-
Keisha Brownie, Daniel Woodrow, Tamara Siobhan, Rodney Ramsey. Sounds Guyanese. Rodney Ramsey.
Rodney Ramsey.
Right? And Don Zanklin. I hope I said that properly.
Yeah, X is pronounced like a Z when you're saying things like box or an S. So it could be Sanklin.
That too, right? We apologize if we butchered the name, but by means,
We tried.
if you are going to be either in Montreal or Ottawa on those days, please pass through the comedy tour. The month can't be all, of course, like seriousness, but by means, you know what?
Low.
Thank you very much.
That's how it is, though. It's like it's not all doom and gloom. I'm glad they've kind of turned this into a farce. It's kind of cool.
Truth. So, really? The city of Montreal. This is where we're at next. You gotta excuse my lovely lady here. Fade to black, or en français, fondue au noir. Right? Basically, it's a festival where simply they're looking at a number of items which will be taking place through the 3 days from the 21st straight to the 23rd. There's a couple of notable things. The 22nd, they are looking at a Black Wealth Matters panelist, right? That's going to be taking place at the Cinémathèque Québécois. And I hope I said that right. My French is very rusty.
Do you have turned French? No.
Really?
Sorry.
Thank you.
That's pretty good, though.
Not
You
bad,
have
right?
the accent on point, kind
Well,
of.
only for certain words.
Certain things.
Yeah, there you go, right? I'm sorry, the closing ceremony is going to be at the Cinémathèque Québécois. The Black Wealth Matters, that's going to be at the Montreal Arts Interculturel, or intercultural, basically. Right? So, I apologize, but my means we got it right.
Wow.
You got something to say?
No.
Are you sure?
Nope.
Okay, cool. Next, the Black Professionals Technology Network.
Christina, this is for you.
Right? In Montreal, Thursday, February the 27th. This is going to be pretty much a really cool event. So those of us who are either wanting to get into tech, know somebody who should be in tech, or simply need to want to find out a little bit more, right, and do a whole lot of networking, this may be exactly for you.
Christina Guerra, this is for you. As long as it doesn't fall on a Friday, I would suggest you
Stop
go
it.
because Friday is in the now, and you can't go nowhere. Sorry.
Really.
Or at least maybe reach out to them. I don't know.
Yeah, it'd be good. Actually, it'd be real nice if in fact, we can get them actually to be a guest remotely at some point. They can go ahead and speak on the event, how the event went, maybe went, What?
Dave, why don't you reach out to them then?
Why not? Let's do it.
See him push him. This is his month, guys. This is Dave's month.
They'll,
Dave's month.
they'll respond more to you, darling. Right, so again, that is BPTN for short, or the Black Professionals in Tech Network. The name of the event is The Future of Tech is Black.
The future? I like that.
Yeah.
Future. It's like Welcome Black. Same type of play on words.
There you go.
I like it.
There you go. Our homegirls, right? WIBCA, West Island Black
They're always sending me
Community
stuff, too.
Association.
I appreciate them.
Yes. Big up Miss Kemba and the rest of the crew. So the 29th, I totally forgot that February this year is a leap year, right? So Derek, happy birthday, my virgin.
Oh, he finally has a birthday?
Yeah, probably, I think he's maybe 16 now. I don't know.
Big up yourself for everyone born on a leap year in
Yeah,
February.
man, for sure, right?
How do you just not have a birthday for like 4 years?
When they get celebrated for 2, or I guess for 3 days straight, right?
That sucks, guy.
Well, it's maybe special too, right? So, anyways, so WIBCA, they'll be hosting 2 events on February the 29th. Their morning event will be more geared towards children and youth. Simply, they will be able to go ahead now and do some networking, meeting, so of course, some professionals through all types of fields.
Okay.
Right. Their evening events. Let me just scroll up here. Yeah. So their evening event is more of a meet and greet. So of course, those same professionals, entrepreneurs, so on and so forth, vendors. Maybe they have some dancers and so on and so forth as well. But simply everybody who's in the community who's doing something, to go ahead and uplift the community, to of course to promote and further the culture as well. They will be there.
I love them.
Yeah, for sure.
They're always doing so much, and she's always so pleasant when she says, "You can come, Simone. It's okay if you can't. We understand." I'm like, I'm glad because I'm in Toronto and you're in Montreal, so I can't reach. I would really like to try to get up there, though. We did promise that we were going to go up there and visit them.
Yeah,
so
we gotta soon, very soon.
We'll come
Yeah,
up, guys.
definitely soon.
But keep doing what you're doing out there. We
Yeah,
appreciate you.
for
We
sure.
really, truly do.
Right. I can continue. I mean, we got probably about a minute left. Right. So
Let's cut it. We went overboard last time, so we can make up that time right now. So this in
Sorry.
our last. So where are we going to for our last segment?
Well, I'd like to cover a few events in 4 cities. So I'm looking at Calgary, Edmonton, Winnipeg, and as well as Halifax, pretty much the province of Nova Scotia.
Okay, so we are now going out of this province too. So I didn't know where to go from east west. I was like, don't say something stupid, Simone.
It's a train ride, right from
So we're
one
just gonna take
coast
a
right to
train.
another way.
There we go. We're gonna take a train from one coast to the other. When you come back on Here to Help You.
There you go.
Are you retiring smart? Make your home's equity work for you. With your home's equity and our 30 years of experience, the Retire Smart Properties team can help you achieve the quality of life you've always wanted. Our services are 360 degrees. We'll give you advice, take care of staging and selling, and help you find the perfect home and community to transition to. It's time to enjoy the retirement lifestyle you deserve. Visit our website today to learn how you can use your home to retire comfortably. The Retire Smart Properties team, powered by RE/MAX West.
Go for it.
Welcome back, everybody. Welcome back to
Mm-hmm,
Here to Help You with your co-host, with your host, Simone Jennifer Smith, and my co-host with the most, the one dear Rankin. Why did you just give me cut eye for?
I give you the cut eye.
You gave me like a look down.
Really?
Let's not show separation during Black History Month, Dave.
That's very nice. That's very
like
nice.
that, eh?
I do.
So we are going to jump right into it because we are taking a train ride through Canada, going from one event to another. We want to remind everyone, if you're joining us right now, If you have an event that you would like us to know about, the community to know about, post it in the comments in our YouTube link. The link is actually on my Facebook page. It's on Dave's Facebook page where it is, and we're gonna share the show after anyways for you guys,
for sure.
so that you can go in, and I'll make notes about it as well, to go in and show your event. This is a chance for you to showcase your event, and you get free publicity.
There you go.
Easy
For sure.
for you. Let's do this. Let's jump on the train. Where we starting?
Calgary.
Cold.
So
I'll do all the acting.
we know you're good at that. So, Black History Month Atrium Exhibits. That's the title of the event. The military museums, they'll be hosting Black History Month events, and this will take place. It's running actually from February the 3rd straight through March the 1st. Simply, you're just looking at our, contribution towards the military.
Okay.
Right? Anything from, of course, the number 2 Construction Battalion to, of course, the Brothers Cardi, right, who also made a major contribution to African Canadian military experience, right? So by means, I would love to, of course, to hear a little bit more stories, to see what type of pictures they may have as well. It's going to be a wonderful event for those who have know very little about military history, and more importantly, in regards to what we've went ahead and contributed towards, of course, the African Canadian military experience.
Okay. There we go. That's in Calgary?
Yes.
Do we jump back on the train now?
Actually, no, we're going to stay.
We're staying in Calgary? Okay,
Yes.
You're not on the train yet.
Yes. We'll go to the next one, picture 21. That would be Mount Royal University Black History Month Film Festival.
Ooh.
Yeah. I think they have a number of dates. I found one for February the 6th. By means, of course, those of us who simply want to know a little bit more, please jump online to the Students Association of Montreal. Their website, they'll go ahead and have a list of events there. Of course, this film festival, I'm sure they'll have, of course, a number of films from African filmmakers, producers, so on and so forth, from right across the globe. I'm not sure in regards to who will be the panelists, but once again, of course, just hit up the Students Association, so we can go ahead and find out just a little bit more information there.
Okay. Sounds good.
Right?
Are we jumping on the train now?
Hold on. Thank you. No problem. This brother, the next picture right there, this event is actually sponsored by TD. It's called the We Shall Overcome, a celebration of Dr. Martin Luther King Jr. This brother, Damien Sneed.
Watch Snoot.
So he's the actual musical director. He's an amazing pianist, an orchestrator as well. Simply what he does is this. He takes snippets of Dr. King's speeches and he fuses them with music.
Cool.
Right? So in the write-up, it says there's songs from artists such as Aretha Franklin, Billie Holiday, Stevie Wonder, and Nina Simone are interwoven with spoken word from Dr. King's recorded speeches.
Beautiful.
Yeah, man.
I like that. That's definitely unique. Very creative. Very creative.
For sure. Next, we're jumping on a small bus ride to Edmonton.
Why bus?
Oh my gosh, they're close.
Okay. We're getting on a bus, people.
There we go. Don't worry, we'll take the
Not
train.
the back, though. Shoot. We in the front now.
All right, so Rise Up Black Women Brunch. This will be taking place Saturday, February the 15th. It is presented by Black Canadian Women in Action. Right, it'll be taking place at the Mary Park Community League. Simply, they're just looking at, of course, influential women within the province of Alberta, how they, of course, will be sharing their stories, how they can go ahead and of course, be an inspiration, of course, to generations to come.
Okay.
Right? Health and wellness is next.
Are we still in Edmonton?
Yes, we're still in Edmonton.
So it's just a walk now.
Yeah, within Edmonton. There you go.
Okay.
Right? So the AB Safaris Incorporated, Thursday, the February the 20th. They're pretty much doing a celebration of course, health and wellness, right? Health synergy, nutrition mindset will be present simply in regards to now, just really just sending strong messages, of course, of nutritional health and wealth.
Yes.
Right?
Okay.
We got 5 minutes? No problem. Let's jump over.
We're not jumping. What are we taking?
Let's take the train.
We're jumping on a train.
Go to Vancouver, family.
We're going to Vancouver. It's still cold, so wear a jacket.
Yes.
All right.
You know, I'm gonna do my best to go and pronounce his name.
He's gonna mess it up.
But maybe I will. Right. So Tonye Aganaba.
I like that. You did good.
Not bad, right?
Yeah, it's pretty good.
Hopefully.
Wow, very striking.
There you go. Right.
Ooh.
A celebration of Canadian Black Her Story, and that's going to be taking place February the 6th at the Museum of Anthropology. So for those of us who don't know anything about this lovely artist, simply she shares an experience and expression of pretty much of Afro and Indigenous people. She does it through music. It says that she's a multidisciplinary artist. So of course, we're looking at a number of instruments where she plays spoken word, and as well as I do believe she sings as well.
She looks very strong.
There you go, right?
Very strong.
There you go.
I can like feel her through this picture.
There you go.
Go on with it, sister.
Yeah, man.
Do you do?
Next, The Sound of Mass. This is a movie which is taking place at the... Where are you? Yes, Van City Theater. There you go. And that'll be taking place Monday, February the 17th. So basically, it's about telling a story of Mapiko, which is a traditional mass dance coming out of Mozambique, right? Pretty much where people, they wear the mask and pretty much covered from head to toe, with the exception of maybe, I don't know, their fingertips and maybe their feet, right?
Okay.
So basically, they're
like
looking...
Jumbi?
Pretty
like,
much.
Like back in Jamaica?
There you go.
Well, that's where it came from, right?
There you go. Well,
It came from like Africa, though, that whole
Right.
idea of the mask.
there you go, right?
Okay.
But the actual dance came out of course, the independence era during the 1960s, right? And of course, and then by means, fighting the Civil War and so on and so forth, which happening within the great place of Mozambique. But by means, this actual story, it really hones in, and of course, on the past, the present, and as well as the future, right?
Beautiful.
Mm-hmm.
Lovely.
Let's take the train right across from one coast,
Back on the train again. It's a lot of money.
right? Going right to Nova
Expensive Black
Scotia.
History Month.
It's okay because it's sponsored by all the Europeans. So within Halifax,
Go on with it, dear.
right? Within Halifax, I don't have a picture for this. However, though, there's going to be a discussion about reparations, and that's going to take place tomorrow inside the Halifax North Memorial, right? It's going to be curated by Dr. Rachel Zellers and as well as Lynn Jones. Right, they expect to have other community activists and of course everybody else is pretty much within the community as well. Of course, reparations for slavery. The importance of archiving very, very detailed and historic materials, right? And by means, really go ahead and like establishing a basis for reparations to take place.
All right.
Right.
Reparations.
There you go.
Reparations.
Right. There's going to be a trivia night also happening. Right, Wednesday the 12th, inside the Sexton Gymnasium building.
I would love to see you in a trivia.
In a trivia?
I think you would kill it.
I don't know about that, but
Yeah, guy,
thank
you would kill it.
Thank you for your vote of
Honestly,
confidence.
I think you do very well with this.
Right, I think that's picture 28. If you are looking for a picture, Selena. But yeah, inside the Sexton Gymnasium building, Wednesday the 12th, we're looking at pretty much a trivia game with prizes, of course, to learn about the accomplishments of our African community worldwide.
I think we should do a trivia show. Yep, we're doing a trivia show.
Anyways, let me continue on because we definitely want to go ahead and jump on the train once again.
Back on the train again.
Yeah, let's talk about Winnipeg real quickly.
like-
I got 2 events I want to go ahead and take care of in Winnipeg before we go ahead and cut out. Rise and Shine, which is happening. It's put on by the University of Winnipeg Students Association, and that's going to take place Friday the 7th. Pretty much you're looking at, of course, speakers, history speakers, entertainment. So we're primarily looking at drumming and dancing, right? Spoken word, right? And a fashion show, which is going to take place as well.
Woohoo!
Right. And last, out of all the events that we're listing here today, we have a Black History Month Youth Debate and Research Challenge. That will be taking place Saturday, February the 15th inside the West Collodian Collegiate. So pretty much a debate will be taking place. I think the topic will be on media, right? Which will be very interesting in regards to where and how this can really be. In regards to, of course, are we really truly represented, in the mainstream media, or simply, do we need to go ahead and cover the space for ourselves?
That's what we're doing here.
There we go.
Dave, good job, man.
Bark.
I can't talk to you. Now it's up to you. We've put the events out all over our great land of Canada. Definitely, again, if you didn't see something in there, or if you have something you are doing, you know what to do. Go to YouTube, put that in the comments. We're going to share the show after. We're going to share the show to all the people that we included in this. I think they have a right to know that we didn't mention them.
Yeah, some of them have been our past guests, like Wibka, Black History Month, Winnipeg as well, right?
Yes. So thank you, Dave, very much for all that information. I think that was cool that you were able to deliver that. Guys, honestly, all I can say is whatever you're doing this African Liberation Month, do it safely. Know that we're celebrating the greatness of us as a people, especially us here in Canada. We come from all different places, but man, we are here and we are doing it and doing it huge.
For sure. Big up Mr. Rainford Cornish. I know he does a lot of great work during this time.
Get him.
Right. Once again, Robert Small, big up yourself as well for the legacy poster.
Big up yourself, Robert, but I'm calling you. Guys, whatever. He didn't need to get a picture. No, you need to pull it down. Pull it down. It didn't need to get put up again. Guys, have a wonderful, wonderful evening. Be safe, and we'll see you next week on Here to Help You.
Peace and love, family.
Bye.